As somebody that watched the Ironheart trailer and didn't like it, as you can see in my reaction that I put up for it, it wasn't even really a reaction, it was just me disappointed for 3 minutes. Yeah, I'm here to talk about the dislike bombing, which was bound to happen. But more so, I want to get into how racist and terrible the fans are. So the trailer for Ironheart just released, and well, within 24 hours, it had over 200,000 dislikes. Now, I will say this, I was not one of the dislikes, but I am somebody that dislikes the trailer. So again, I'm going to come at this the same way I always come at this, which is my own opinion, the internet's opinion, and what I'm seeing. So first and foremost, Ironheart is a character I like in the comics. I generally like her, but it's not somebody I seek out to read. If she's in crossovers or something, sure, I'll check it out, right? That's it. That's the extent of my Ironheart fandom. I like Dominique Thorne in the role. I thought she was good in Wakanda Forever. I hated this trailer. It did nothing for me. If you watch my reaction, that's probably the worst reaction I've ever had. Like, I didn't feel much. Again, it's the trailer's fault that it didn't sell it to me and many other people. I get that. There's some people that absolutely love it. I've seen peak MCU. Again, everybody has an opinion. Now, as somebody that didn't like the trailer, that's still remaining optimistic about the show, but I'm not as excited as I was before because, again, the trailer let me down and it didn't excite me. That's where it stops. I'm still going to talk about the show as I'm genuinely excited to see it and see if maybe it can, fix the issues I have with what the trailer was showing, which was just a lack of interest to me, honestly. But if you go over into the Marvel comments, you're going to see a lot of comments that are disappearing because people are using, as one would expect, racist attacks. They're being awful. Now, I know this is nothing new in YouTube comments. I know that's nothing new. But again, people are just being complete a-holes. And again, I get it. If you don't like it, and again, I am there with you. I don't like this trailer. I don't like it. I thought it was a bad trailer. It actually did more damage to my excitement for this than anything. But if you're resorting to, the typical racist comments, what are you doing here, How can you be a fan of Marvel? And I've already seen this. Who asked for this? None of us MCU fans asked for this. Okay. Guess who asked for Iron Man? Nobody. Captain America? Nobody. Todd King Snyder was making fun of Captain America and Thor in 2008, 2009, saying if we're not careful, these garbage Marvel movies are going to become Thor and Captain America, and then we're all doomed. Who asked for Ant-Man? Who asked for Doctor Strange? Who asked for the Guardians of the Galaxy? Nobody. Even me, as a Guardians fan in 2006, 2007, 2008, even I was like, I don't know if I want this on film, guys. This is a little weird. My point is that people are just becoming awful. Like, I get that Marvel fans, it's mostly modern Marvel fans from what I've seen. And what I mean by that is this isn't the people that were in the trenches with Phase 1 or even parts of Phase 2. There's a lot of the modern fandom that all comes around the hype of Infinity War and Endgame, and we saw that. And a lot of these people just became fans, and this is all I want. It's like people that join anything at a perfect time where it peaks, and they're like, oh my God, this is the best thing ever. And then it never delivers to that. Friend of the podcast and host of the Nerd Academy podcast, Jared, he started watching wrestling last year, right before WrestleMania. That was his first WrestleMania. And he saw the Infinity, War Endgame moment of Cody Rhodes and every cameo they could possibly toss in to save a terrible main event. And that's it, right? That turned him into a fan. Is anything ever going to live up to that? No, it hasn't. It hasn't for well over a year now. And a lot of people are stuck in that mentality. and they start to lash out and they want what made them feel good, you know? And that's where we're at now. And it's just so, so awful. And I was sitting here and I was just looking at, the comments and everything like that. Even some of the comments to my own reaction. And people are like, why are you so excited? I'm like, what? Did you watch the same Did you watch my reaction? I didn't say I was excited. I was like, oh, it's all right. It's good. It looks all right, but it didn't do much for me. But then Superman reaction, man, and that's me excited, We have a tendency, and by we, I mean fans, have a tendency to just want the same thing. The same thing over and over. It's like modern Star Wars fans. Star Wars has changed. Star Wars is terrible. Why is Star Wars political and woke? It's because you grew up to be a terrible person, and the ideology of Star Wars doesn't match up with you. Have you guys seen that one? It's like a TikTok that's gone absolutely viral. There's this car, and on the back of it, it's the Rebel Alliance, Luke Skywalker, may the Force be with you, Leia, all these awesome, like, Star Wars decals on the car. There's one that even says, peace, the Jedi way, or something like that. I can't remember what it is exactly. And the person goes, how did they miss the memo? And they pan over, and it's a giant sticker that's completely anti any of that, right? That it's going viral because people are like, how? That's where we're at. And again, this isn't about politics or anything like that. I'm not trying to bring that in here, but I'm just saying, people have grown up to not understand what they're fans of. And there's already chatter that Marvel's going to make X-Men woke. You just grew up to be a terrible person. I don't know what to tell you. If you were watching the X-Men and never understood that that's what they've always been, you missed the memo. You didn't understand. That's where we're at. And I hate being a fan of things like this, where the fandom has just become a vocal, toxic cesspool of the worst type of people. And let's be clear, many of these people that are the most vocal are not actual fans. They are not. And that's just fact. It's a sad fact, but it's fact. And this is where we're at. Am I going to give Ironheart a shot? Yeah, of course I am. I'm a fan of Marvel, just like I give everything from DC a shot. But am I expecting to like it? No, because the trailer was terrible. It killed my hype for it. But the last thing I'm going to do is going to go and dislike the trailer and like every comment calling the lead star the N-word, and then go into the comments and post a bunch of racist stuff to really let the people know how big of a fan I am of this character, but I'm actually not. I'm just a grifter racist. Now I know the comments are already going to fill up. I'm unsubbing and this and that. And as I always tell you, unsub, leave. I don't want that negative energy here. And if you're one of those people, just good. But if you keep clicking on all the videos and disliking them, that's still lining our pockets with money. So thank you. The best thing to do is just not to engage. Have a good one. Be a better person.